My name is Helen Henderson and my background is in the community sector, and I currently work freelance doing community education, but I'm also a commissioner on the Human Rights Commission. So I grew up here in Derry in the Waterside. I'm sitting in St Colum's Park, which is quite close to where I grew up. My primary school was Edmonton Primary School, and it was a great wee school but wasn't overly diverse, and I suppose was for Protestant kids. My first exposure to learning Irish was here in St Colum's Park House, and it was Linda Irvine from the East Belfast mission, and some of her learners came to visit, and I was so inspired by their passion for the language and like how much joy they get out of it and fun, and I thought there has to be something in this. And maybe at that point I would have valued the language, thinking it was really important for our heritage and from the past in a historical way, but not as a living language. And I always felt like, well, that didn't really belong to me, or that was, somebody else, or it was an other culture. And I think that was something really powerful, learning the shared heritage part of Irish, and starting to see that actually it wasn't belonging to one specific person or group, that actually it was part of everybody's history. When you start to have conversations about it, things come out. Like my granddad could speak some Irish. About a year ago, I joined the Clooney Class, and that's been just pure crack and fun and really brilliant. Like it's been about the language, but also like it's about us learning together. Bernie, the teacher, has a great knowledge and I suppose the philosophy of the language and the mythology and all the stories, and so it just brings it alive. Whilst I knew growing up in Derry it was an oak grove, actually starting to understand the importance of oak, the oak tree, and our place and our ecology and everything was really important. And sometimes the words pass you by, and when you actually stop to unpack a word, there's all these layers of meaning. I think in the class we all also mark the various transitions, so like St Bridget's Day and Imbolc, really reconnecting back into the Celtic calendar in a way. And it's lovely then, you start to feel part of those cycles and you start to notice the solstices and the change in the light. So you just feel really a lot more connected to your place. As time goes on and I get older, I start to embrace a more empowering identity, of which I really feel like the Irish language is part of. It's restorative, and it's like, so we don't have to accept the identity that necessarily is imposed on us. And I think that's part of the decolonising our minds that we need to do. So one thing I really love about the Irish language is the way that emotions or sensations are described as being on you. Example being Tabron Orm. That means the sadness is on me. So it's not like we would say, I am sad, and that defines you. It's like the sadness is on me as an emotion, but it will pass. And I think there's something really like transient and impermanent about that way of describing ourselves. The hunger is on me, the thirst is on me, but there's something really special about emotions being on us. I think there's something calling us back to a lot of that, like the older stories about how we used to live, maybe in a time when we weren't so disconnected from the natural world and disconnected from each other. Ishmisha Helen is Changa Nadara I and Gaelic.